Itong nakaraang mga higit pa 50 taon, pagdating ng Mayo 1, dahil ito ay tradisyon doon sa world struggle for workers' rights and workers' emancipation daw, ay dito din sa Manila ay maraming mga marcha-marcha ng mga labor groups. Before, it was a very meaningful exercise. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, organizing unions, fighting for rights. There was no labor oversupply in the world. Komplikado ang history niyan, but we will explain a bit. Before, the global economy was split between the Soviet bloc and the so-called Western bloc. And yung ekonomiya ng Western bloc kasama ang Pilipinas. Production, manufacturing, agriculture, may certain set of workers and laborers for that economy. And doon sa kabila, meron din isa. But now, it is a different picture. Of course, we still hear the same slogans from 50, 60, 7 years ago. Dito na sa mga rallies, tulad nitong galing sa anong pahayagan nito, hindi ko nailagay lahat po, because I do this all myself. I think this is interaction. Labor groups unsatisfied with Duterte's actions on Endo. Workers of the world unite. Nasa high school pa, naririnig ko na yan. Ngayon, 60, magsa-70 na po ako. Yan pa rin ang slogan nila. And laban sila daw sa Endo, yung contractual short-term work. Maganda po yung naririnig natin yan. Pero makatotoo ba yan? Is this realistic? Is this this is factual basis? May factual basis ba to? Sa aking pag-aaral, hindi na po. But I've been criticizing all these actions of the left here and the working labor unions and so on, who are, by the way, not united in this. Pero napipilitan yung iba na sumama kasi nga parang nakakaya kung hindi sila kasama sa rally. Pero ang totoo po, every year, paliit po ang workers' rallies sa May 1. Kasi nawawalan ng kahulugan po yan dahil hindi na makatotohanan. Anyway, sa Facebook, binabatikos ko itong mga aksyon kasi nga binabatikos nila si Presidente Duterte na lumabag daw doon sa pangako nung eleksyon na ititigil na i-end the endo, ititigil ng endo, yung contractualization, yung short-term work. Sa totoo lang po, binuyo nila ang lahat ng mga kandidato sa isang panukala nila na hindi naman makatotohanan, hindi practical, hindi realistic, at hindi lang yon ang pinakamasama ito ay wawasak ng ekonomiya po natin. This is what I'm going to explain. But nag-react ako, sabi ko, sasagutin ko ang isang tao na sumagot sa Facebook, sa mga komentaryo. Nasabi itong si kamentong anti-worker and pro-capitalist. Yan po si Dante Simbulan, yung rebelding sundalo, yung nasa kanan. Yung kaliwa si Rolando. And I like them both, especially Roland, whom I respect very much. Yung po ang aklat na sinulat ni Dante Simbulan, siya ay isang officer po ng Philippine military, and he was with the PMA before. And kasabay po ni Victor Corpus, or to some extent, they were together in the NPA. But iba na ang landas ni Victor Corpus, and you often see him as my guest. Pero itong si Dante Simbulan, nagpopormang radical pa. Pero siya ay nakatira po sa Estados Unidos. I think he has an American wife, and he is being sustained by the pension maybe, or some resources of the wife. Now, so, sabi ko, ang sagot ko, kung ang sinatawag na anti-worker and pro-capitalist ay yung binibulgar ang katotohanan tungkol dito sa nangyayari sa labor movement na nawala ng relevance ang ginagawa. At inattach ko ang isang artikulo ni Adam Gary, an international writer, na sinasabi niya, kasi ang isa pang problema dito sa Philippine Communist Party at sila Joma Sison, sabi ko nga yung mga automatons or robots ni Joma, hindi po yan katanggap-tanggap na sa akin. Mga walang utak po yan, mga hindi na nagsusuri, mga sunod-sunuran lang, mga loro na uulit-ulitin lang kung anong doktrina po. Sabi ni Adam Gary, By the way, the Communist Party of the Philippines, tinakwi lang China. Samantalang sabi nga ni Adam Gary, ang Communist Party of China uplifted 800 million of its people from poverty. Anong nagawa ng Communist Party of the Philippines? Kundi maghadlang, obstructionist, ng development ng bansa. Di bale, nung sila yung mga bata pa, nagsisimula pa, may pag-asa manalo, naudlot na po yan. Tapos na po yan. Pero may protracted struggle policy sila. Na kahit hindi manalo, tuloy ang laman. Kahit masira ang bayan. Yun ang ibig nila sabihin. Yan ang sinasabi naman ni Ginoong Mauro Samonte, na kolumnista ng Manila Times, na dating kasama po nila. Sabi na, yan formula na matulungan mo yung mga gustong sumira ng bayan natin. Yung lalaban ka ng lalaban na walang panalo, pero tutuloy mo pa rin yan. Nakakasira, obstructionist, and destruction or destructive po yan. Well, there are very many opinions, and we have to be truthful about this. Sabi nga ni Attorney Dodo Dulay, who writes in the Manila Times, wine-weaponize din ng mga kaliwa and politicizing itong endo issue. Samantalang this is a purely economic issue. Ano naman ang sabi ng mga contractors and so on? Yung susunod po. End of endo to worsen unemployment situation. Sabi ng PulseCon, yung the endo or the 555 system is no longer being practiced by legitimate service contractors. Admittedly, there will still be service contractors which are illegitimately doing business, still practicing the 555, she said, but that's no longer legal. And that's what President Duterte has reaffirmed. Yung mga illegal, talagang susugpuin ng presidente ng Pilipinas natin, si Presidente Duterte. At pinasa niya yung ibang mga implementing rules and regulations na kailangan Kongreso ang gumawa. Bakit? Ano ba totoo sa endo? Dahil sumobra ang dami na po ng labor. Sa mundo, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, which we will explain a little later on. Pero actually po, sa Pilipinas, hindi naman masama na yung mga lagay ng ating regular workers, and yung minimum wage earners. Ito po ang comparison, minimum wage in ASEAN countries, if we can project that. Ang Pilipinas po is on top already sa minimum wage compared to all the other countries. Ang walang minimum wage ay Singapore at Brunei. Now, anong nangyari during the 60s, 70s, 80s na nagsimula po, lalo na nung dekada 80, in the decade of the 80s? Nagkaroon ng globalization, ang Russia nag-collapse, ang Soviet Russia, yung paghiwalay ng Russia, Eastern Bloc and the Western Bloc, nawala po. At ang economic system nag-globalize. In other words, pinagsama na yung economic system. At anong nangyari when that happened? Ang labor force ng China at India at ng Russia at iba pa, nasama po doon sa global labor pool. At million po. Let me see if I can read this because I printed a very small to save on paper. In 1980, the global workforce consisted of workers in the advanced countries, parts of Africa, and most of Latin America. Approximately 960 million persons worked in these economies. That's yung Western economies. Then population growth, largely in poorer countries, increased the number employed in these economies to about 1.46 billion workers by year 2000. But the new players entered the picture. In the 1980s and 1990s, workers from China, India, and former Soviet bloc, that includes the Eastern European bloc, entered the global labor pool. Of course, these workers had existed before then. The difference, though, was that their economy suddenly joined the global system of production and consumption, at na pasok dito sa kompetisyon sa mga trabaho, ay daang-daang milyong galing sa China at India. Kaya yung mga pabrika natin noong 1960s, 70s, sapatos, kahit Nike, garments, and so on, dahan-dahang nawala dahil kinain ng mga workers sa China, India, na mabilis sila mag-adapt doon sa mga pangangailangan ng global economy. At tayo dito, laging atrasado ang aksyon para maka-respond dahil sumusunod-sunod tayo sa Estados Unidos, anong utos ng Estados Unidos, at anong utos ng Estados Unidos noon at that time. Tulungan ng China para labanan ang Soviet Russia. Kaya nagbukas din sila sa China. Si Nixon pumunta sa China, nakipag-areglo, binuksan ang merkado, and so on and so forth. That's another long history. But in short, I think I've explained what has happened. Pero itong mga aktivista dito ni Joma, Sison, ay andoon pa rin po sa dekada 60, 70, at hindi po sumabay sa mga pagbabago. Let's move on. Hindi lang po naman sa Pilipinas nangyari itong dislocation ng labor. Even in Australia, let's take a look at this example. According to the Australian Taxation Office, 4.1 million of the current workforce is made up of non-permanent employees. And this number is on the rise. This is from the British magazine or periodical, The Telegraph. I think this is just year 2015. Hindi ko pa nakuha yung mga updated numbers. Even Japan, the fabled land of the lifetime employment, ay temp nation na daw. Maraming temporary workers na din. So, kung ako ay nagsisimpatya sa hindi lang mga uring manggagawa, dahil tayong lahat naman, halos lahat uring manggagawa. Yung iba may kombinasyon ng uring manggagawa at kapitalista, dahil may kaunting kapital, nagsimpasyon. But they are also working people. Then, of course, you have the big capitalists na alam naman po ninyo, kalaban ko. Kalaban ng mga kasama ko. Dito sa mga diskusyon natin, laban sa kuryente, laban sa public services na na-privatize. Pero itong mga kikitid na utak ng mga galing pa sa dekada 60, 70, yung kanilang indoctrination, anti-labor daw kami at pro-capitalist. What is our solution and what is my solution? What is the solution of people who are pondering this problem? Problema talaga. Ano bang future? Dahil itong mga uring manggagawa, my children, my grandchildren will someday be part of that. Our capital cannot grow in this environment where the big capitalist keeps growing. Our capital becomes more and more limited as middle-class people. Kaya, nag-aalala din ako. And what is the solution that so far has been proposed? Ito po a basic concept, revolutionary concept, the universal basic income. The answer to automation, this summarizes po ang dilemma o yung problema natin sa mga darating na dekada. Robots, artificial intelligence, drones, pumapasok na, driverless taxis, driverless airplanes even, and so on. And I did not like to quote him, but a free economy or neoliberal capitalist na liberal economist na si Milton Friedman, sabi niya, the proposal of the negative tax is a proposal to help poor people by giving them money which is what they need. Meaning, yung mga mahirap, hindi mo itatax na kundi negative tax, bibigyan mo ng pera. Which is already happening in our society. Doon sa mga tinutulong doon sa mga hirap dahil doon sa increases in tax. May 200 pesos sa mga pamilya ng mga mahirap. So maraming mga kombinasyon. In other words, there are new solutions to be found. And not this 1950s, 60s, 70s na doktrina po ng kaliwa and unfortunately of Dante Simbulan. Umabot po doon sa diskusyon, dito sa global discussion, na naririnig naman itong mga angal dito ng mga kaliwa at mga anti-endo campaigners. Si Adam Gary po is a writer whom I respect very much, and he said, the Communist Party of China has brought the country prosperity, but the Communist Party of the Philippines are obstructionist gangsters. Obstructionist gangsters. So that is my conclusion. Unfortunately, Dante Simbulan, who is a very senior fellow and very dedicated, unfortunately, you have not kept up with the times, and your entire movement and Joma are so anachronistic already. I'm sorry, but this has to be said. But we, as a nation, and all the working peoples of the world will move on to a new vision and a new reality. Okay, our next issue are the missiles aimed at American warships. Okay.